Alright, in the previous video, we added UI to the main menu page. Now let's add some UI to our tests page. Let's go open up our tests page. In here, we'll add a simple stack layout. So let's get started. Right now, if you see in our view models, we have this addition page, subtraction, number line. There are only 3 tests, so there are supposed to be 3 buttons. Let's get started with creating a stack layout. And at the top, let's give it an orientation of vertical. Then we'll give it spacing 10. Let's give it a padding, downwards padding, and I think padding should be 10. Okay, after that's done, let's go and ahead and write button text, and in this we're gonna let's get the background color. And which color should I choose? Let's see. Medium aquamarine. No, that doesn't look good either. Let's see. We have caded blue. No, not caded blue either. Come on. Which one will look blue? Blue will look good, I think. What's steel blue? No, it still doesn't look nice, cheery. I think we'll go with blue. Yeah, that's fine. Now, rather than adding these so many times, I'm gonna first add the text, and I'm gonna say number line. Okay, that's done. Now I'm gonna copy this so we won't have much time problem in adding quickly. First, the color to yellow. Let's change no, I think we should just stay the same color. Let's add a vertical, no, not vertical, command. Not a command either. Corner radius, you're supposed to add a corner radius. Corner radius 30, let's copy the corner radius. And let's paste it down there. And here also. Now let's change these text. Let's change this to addition. See, we have that addition at the top. Let's change it to addition. And downwards here, we can change it to subtraction. Alright, that is it. We have set some little bit UI. Now, you can see we have set 3. And there are 3. Number line, addition, subtraction. All of these 3, they are fine. Now let's add font attributes, bold. Then let's give it, let's give a font size. Let's go ahead and give it a font size. Let's give it a subtitle. Okay. Let's copy the font size and give it to the other. So paste it here. Okay, that's done. Now, what do you think we should add more? I think we should add some checkboxes and labels. But before we do that, let's actually play and see how this UI look like. Alright, there it is. It started quickly today. Why? I don't know why did that happen. Actually, it doesn't start quickly and stays off for a good time. Alright, let's click the start button. Let's go to tests. And here we have 3 buttons, but right now if you click one of them, nothing is actually happening. Right? There's nothing actually happening. If you test, nothing happens. Nothing happens really. There is actually no way. So let's create a label, text, and I'm gonna say here in this label text, what do we write here? Yeah, no, let me think. If you learned, no, not like that. Okay, get ready for the test. Well, get ready to take the test. That's better. Alright, and we will need one more label, but who cares? After this, you can see that it's visible. I'm just checking whether this happens. Is visible to false. And let's see inside the simulator. You can see that the button has become false. Now we're gonna do this with our actual binding, and we don't have that binding set up. I'll do it in the next video, controlling the button's visibility. Alright, we just don't need it right now. Rebuild and apply changes. Yeah, rebuild and apply changes. Okay, rebuilds. And alright, there it is. Come on, how slow is this? Alright, I can click the start button. And actually we should add some checkboxes, right? They will look much more easy to control the buttons. So what else do we need to add? Well, let's start tests, and here we get ready to take the tests. You can see that has come on the top. Now let's add some more labels. So label, come on. No, checkbox. Yeah, let's add a checkbox first. And this is a checkbox, right? So this checkbox will actually be added inside my stack layout. Let's give it a spacing of 10, make a padding of 10, and close it. And in this we want a checkbox and another checkbox. So now actually if you see, let's give this, oh, we don't have the horizontal, yeah, orientation. And let's give it a horizontal orientation. Let's see. You see that those two checkboxes come? Yes, no, I will let's see the spacing, the padding. Alright, that looks good. Okay, you can see that the padding is set to 5. I think we don't need a padding for this. Yeah, no need to add a padding. There it is. It still looks good. And we'll add code in the next video to toggle this off. So if I press one bool, the other is off, and if I press the other bool, that other is off. I think I should try to do this right now. I'm not sure if I'll be successful, but anyway, we'll check in a bit. Text. This text will be set to yes. And we'll need this again. Copy that. You can see that the yes has come right in the middle. So I don't think we should put it right under this checkbox. We should put it behind the checkbox. Let's give it a 5 spacing. Let's give it no spacing actually. And yes, you can see that they've come a little bit closer. A very little bit. Then I don't think we need that padding. Also, they're not coming completely close to each other. Let me just make this up. So enter and paste that there. And now let's see what happened. Yep, that's how I wanted it. The yes is supposed to be actually behind one checkbox, which means that we have to add it. Now, let's remove that spacing also. Still, we can't get that down in the middle. That's for sure. Anyway, just get a label text and call this no. No, okay? Now this no will mean that I'm not ready to take the tests. And I can say yes. Save that. Here it is. We've got a yes in the ear and a no in the ear. I can tick it. I cannot tick it. Nothing happens. Okay, so now we'll need to add a new label for sure. Let's see. Right now you can see if we click on any one of these buttons, nothing actually happens. And if you click on the bool, we can click on the second bool, that doesn't get off. So how about we add some logic to that? Okay, but first at the top, let's add a label with the text. And let's call this, are you ready? Alright, I'm just gonna write, are you ready? And this question mark. And then we'll have this yes or no sign, which will allow the user to toggle between our buttons. And are you ready with a, do we have horizontal text alignment? Well, of course we will have. I can search for it. Let me just write horizontal H. Does that get come? Horizontal text alignment and center. If I save that. Now you can see that we have set this to top. Let's copy it and let's paste it on the top. Now you'll see both of the tests have come. They've got a good spacing. I can say yes, I can say no. Don't worry, it's not going to take a lot of hard works. Let's just see, does this have a horizontal text alignment? No, it doesn't have. Anyway, here we'll have our horizontal text center. Let's see what happened there. No, yes is written still at the same place. Horizontal options, center. And now let's see what it did. Nothing. Literally nothing just changed right there. Let me remove this right now. Let me remove this. Let me just remove this. We don't need this. Let me just remove this whole line and rewrite it. Label text. And I'm gonna write yes. So write yes. And give it horizontal text alignment in, let's say, center. Okay? Now let's see what happened. Oh, where did my no go? Of course, the horizontal text alignment didn't work. But we have a bigger issue. Where my no went? What happened to my no right there? Well, of course, here I forgot. I deleted the text for no reason. Label text no. And now that no came back. Let's toggle between these two. Right now you can see that we can actually write yes and no all together. Now we don't want to do that, right? We want to toggle between each other. So to do that, we'll have to go inside our view models and get that running up. Okay? So right now you can see that we have this setup. Let's go inside the view models of the tests page. On the top, let's add two observable properties. This one is called a bool called is yes. Remember, if you write a capital I, then you will see that there's a red error and it can suddenly cause bad problems. Make sure that the I is small and the after letter. And what this is called camel case. And you can also make a title case, but you will have to remove that observable property. Alright, I just had to rebuild and apply the changes. For some reason, it has to ask me after some time. Anyway, let's see what this is. Start. Do you want to learn or do you want to do the tests? Okay. I say yes, no. Okay. Stop this. And now let's add the proper code. So, after this, do we need to create an observable? Let me just see. Observable property. Do we need to create it? I don't think we need to actually create another observable object. So, we'll get on with the if. Okay? Alright. Now, we don't need to create a function. Let's create it inside this. If, not the curly brackets. If, and then inside we write is yes. Is no, is it's supposed to be is yes. Is equals to false, rather equals to true. So let's see true. Then is no is equals to false. Alright? These are our two bools. If, let's write another if, is yes, and is yes, is no equals to false. If is no is equals to true, open two curly brackets, is yes is equals to false. So now, like if you write this sort of what's it called, logic, it should definitely work. So checkbox, and there's no way to get a command. Let's see if a binding context works. Binding, let's see, binding at the bottom, and bind it with our is yes rather, not is no. And let's copy this binding. We don't want to write so much code, right? So let's copy this and No, not here. You need to paste it in the checkbox. Binding is yes. To is no. Alright? Is no. Alright, that's done. Great. Now let's open up our simulator. Before we do that, let's see. Oh, I just depleted play mode. I have to enter it. And before we do anything, we need to set them both bools to false, so that the bool is false when we press the play. Anyway, just to be extra sure I did that, otherwise there's no need to do that. Okay, so now press the play button and let's see what it does. Okay, cool, we've got the .NET app running faster. It's running faster than before. In the previous videos they didn't go fast. Alright, start tests, and you can see yes. I click here. Oh yes, it didn't work again. That's sad. I think binding context doesn't work. Let's delete it. Let's remove it. Let's remove this also. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go one by one. Okay, let's go slowly. Let's find out. Slowly. More slowly. Let's keep scrolling downwards and you can see that this is checked, is enabled, is visible. I'm gonna see is checked. And I'm gonna set it to binding with that bool is yes. And I'm gonna copy this again. And I'm gonna paste it right here. Change this again to is no. Alright. And now you should see in the hot reload that we have got that. I click on yes, click on no, it didn't get off. For some reason it doesn't work. Maybe there's some sort of a problem. Let's try something else. Let's remove this. I think there's some is visible problem. Let's try right here is no becomes false. All our logic is true, so we actually don't need to do much. Bool is yes is also true. Let's see. Okay, when we click no, still you can see that it doesn't work. For some reason there's a problem with our is checked. Now I don't know why and what this problem is, but I don't think I should do this. Let's find something of use. Like, let's go back down, scrolling. What's this check changed? Wow, it's asking for a new event handler. No need for it. Wait, I got an idea. I think if we use that check changed, then we can bind it with something, right? Let's see, binding is, and you can see that as usual, it doesn't even get my binding. So check change is actually a useless thing to use. Check change doesn't get your bindings and it's useless. So don't use this check changed. Let's find out any other thing that we can use. Let's go downwards. Is checked, is enabled, is visible. Let's see if it's enabled. Let's make this to a binding to is no, and that gets our bindings. Let's see if this works. I'm feeling excited. Copy this. For some reason my line this change is not supported by XAML hot reload, of course. So you can replay this. First let's change this to is enabled. Is enabled. And let's save it. And now click play on the Pixel 5 API. And now I'll tell you guys what the reason was and why my actually mobile is going faster. Because if you go in your settings, you will find out that there's something called Hyper-V. And if you just open that Hyper-V, oh, what's that? What's that done? Yeah, anyway, I was talking about Hyper-V. You can add Hyper-V, and that will just make it fast. Let's make this false back again. Save it, rebuild and apply changes. Now I can tell you the reason why it's working fast, because in these settings, if you go in your Windows settings, and inside there's something called Hyper-V. And if you enable Hyper-V, it's gonna be fast for you, really fast. And that's what I've done right there. I've enabled Hyper-V. In the previous videos, there was no Hyper-V. Now you can see that both of them are false and not one of them is true. So this is enabled actually disables something, right? This actually disables the own checkbox. We are not gonna do this right now in this video. I think we'll do it in a further video. We're not gonna do it in this video. Alright? We don't wanna do it in this video because we don't want you to get overloaded. Okay, let's just stop that. Now let's add the bindings and commands to these to go to their own settling pages. So let's get into it. Here, let's remove all these observable objects, all of these, and let's create a relay commands. Underneath it, add a relay command, and that using community toolkit.mvvm.input has come back. Public void, and let's call this go to number line page, and then open two brackets. Now no need to write go to number line page command, because if you write this, then it will make it go to number line page command, because anyway it actually makes it a command itself, because it's found out now that that's a command, relay command. And if you're using an older version, you must write I command. Public void go to addition page, change this one to go to subtraction. Okay, save that. And now let's get an application dot current dot main page dot navigation dot push async. So many dots dot and let's say new, and we're gonna call this new, and I can write number line page, and there it is. We've got that number line page. Let's write, and let's duplicate and write that everywhere. Let's change this to addition page. Let's change the bottom one to subtraction page and save that. Back in our test page, let's give them the commands. Let me see here. Oh, they didn't get the font attributes. Let's copy that and let's paste it in there. So give them their font attributes. Backwards, move faster, command keyboard, and then font attributes. Now we'll have to add a few commands. Let's add them. Let's space, write a command binding go. Well, you can see that we cannot find that, but don't worry, you just write go to, and which one is this? We have this, not number line, right? So go to number line page command. And the reason I'm adding command is because if you want to bind something and it's a relay command, then the command is automatically added and the bindings will for sure have that. For some reason, I think the binding didn't work out. It didn't. Well, you can see that this is still here, and actually it is still binded. For some reason, the XMLNS is not able to get anything from our view model. Okay, and I'm just checking through what's the problem. Anyway, let's close it. No need to talk about too much about it. Anyway, let's go to number line page command, and let's add another command, and this is also binding, and this is a go to, let's write that again, go to, this is addition, right? Addition page. I'm not sure about my namings. Let me remove the page. Let me just see here what I did. Yeah, it's number line page. Let me just copy this. So let's copy this. Let's go and let's simply write that. Let's remove all of this and paste in. and write command after that with the capital C. Okay, let's go back in here, take the go to edition page, copy that also, and paste that in this place. Alright, and write a command after that. For the below one, let's add a new command again. Just command, and then to curly brackets binding. Now we'll go, what's my emulator? There was something, I don't know. You may not have heard that notification noise, but I heard it anyway. Let's copy and paste it and call this command. Okay, now you'll see, let's press the play on the Pixel 5 API. Play, and here it is, .NET. It shows that. Let's see whether the app really functions or not functions. Okay, let's click start, into the tests, number line. You see, we go in the edition, there it is. We go in the subtraction, there it is. So we've got lots, but in the next video we will fix this problem. See that I can click no and yes together right here. We are gonna remove all that and we are gonna fix it. See you in the next video. So now stop the emulator and let's start by closing all our scripts. You can see I'm re-showing you all the lines of code so that if you didn't pause in the between of the video, you can pause right now. Let's close our view models and views. There it is. In the next video, we will add checkbox. Bye bye.